Okay, and welcome to our studies and sermons lesson. And today we are going to add a Bible study or a sermon to your Bible study component in your Joomla website. So let's begin. This is our Bible study administration on the back end of your Joomla. As you can see, this is for the I Can Do All Things Through Christ Who Strengthens Me website. This is hosted by Karina Gutierrez, otherwise known as Angel on a Mission. And we are going to go in here and add one of the sermons that she has written so that you can see just exactly how to go and add your own sermons. So let's click on the Studies and Sermons icon. Then you'll see this is where there will be a list of your sermons. So for the pastors, especially the writers of the sermons, I would really like you to understand that this page right here is going to host a legacy for you of sermons that you've written. So as you come in here and add your sermons to this manager, what the webmasters will be able to do on the other end is going to be phenomenal. What you're going to do by way of categorizing every sermon you've ever taught, that is going to be an incredible media content asset for throughout the rest of time. So this is something that I really want the pastors to focus on. This is where your sermon should go. This is where you should be writing. This is how you should be building your sermons for each Sunday, each Wednesday, each time you speak. Build them here. So let's begin. Go to the top and click on the new button. And we're going to see that right here we have our panel where we're going to add the information. The top should always be filled out by the person who's adding it. If you're on there as pastor, it'll be listed as pastor. If you put your name, it'll list your name. So however you're logged in, that's what we'll put your username. You're going to go in there. If you want to write something up but not publish it to the web, you just hit no to publish so that it's not being seen by the general public. If you hit yes, the general public will be able to see it. If you want to put a study date, a particular date where this study will be first shown, go ahead and add that here. For this particular study, there's no date on it, it's just in general, so we're going to leave it blank. You can also put a study number if you're building series and having classes that will fit with this. There's a study number area. For this one, we'll go ahead and put 1 since this will be the first one that we're putting on here. Now, we also have an area for the title, so you're going to go ahead and put the title that you want to use. And for this one, it's called Identity, so we're going to drag that over from your information. And then a description. So however you want to describe this sermon, you can go ahead and put that there. So we'll type something up real quick. So now we have a little description, and what's good about this is that we can go ahead and put the scriptures in here right away, and that'll list on the bottom. So if you go through here and pick the scriptures, so for this one I think hers is 2 Corinthians, and it begins with chapter 5 verse 19, and it ends with chapter 5 verse 21. And then we also have another one that's Ephesians. So we're going to go in here and find Ephesians, and this is 1:18 to 1:20. And so if you have any other references that you want to put, maybe references to books that you have, you could put them in there. If you want to list the teacher that's going to be using this, go ahead and put that there, or you could leave it blank. For this one we're going to leave blank because it's all the same teacher on this website. and then you post the location. So you should have the church's location in there set up, and then that will post it. For hers, she doesn't have a location because she ministers at different churches around the way. So if you have a series, which would be a worship series, you could break down your series into however you want to do it, by way of different classroom settings or series settings, or it's totally up to you. So that's in a different section. There's explanations on how to do that in different videos, but that's where you select your series. Then topics. So if you have topics, there's a wide variety of topics already listed there, but you can also go in and add your topics as well. So we're going to go ahead and put this one under God's will. And then if you have a separate topic that you want to put in specifically, you can go ahead and add that in there as well. Now, if you have message types, in other words, this is a Sunday service message or Wednesday service message, then you can put that in there too, but that's not a mandatory thing. Then for the duration, the media, if you're going to be including a podcast or video, you can put the duration of the sermon there as well. Are you going to allow comments? This means that at the bottom of the sermon, there will be a place where people can comment on the sermon that was given. So users of your site, whether they be open to public users or open to just the people that are registered on your site, it's up to you how you want to do that. But for this one, we're going to go ahead and hit yes. We're going to let anyone, actually we're going to let registered users comment. So they would have to register to the site first before they make a comment. This is going to give you their information by way of email, so that you can then send them out a greeting, a thank you, or something like that for visiting your site. So this gives you starts to help build your email mailing list, because these are people that registered on your site and they said, yes, I want to allow you to send me information. So if you have a thumbnail that you would like to use for this, you can go ahead and put that there. We're just going to put our articles thumbnail, which looks like that. And then if you have images for the CD, a store URL that you want to send them to, you would submit that information here. This one does not have any of that. And then so we're going to go down to the bottom, the last part, the most important part. This is the study text. So right here is your study text. And what's nice about this is that it's a regular WYSIWYG, which is an editing interface for users that I'm sure you've seen many times over on different sites, Yahoo, Google, Facebook. And basically it gives you the option to type in text, and then you can adjust it by way of styles, headings, and all that. You can do your indentations, your column numbering, stuff like that. You can also bold, underline, italicize. So there's some different options on what you can do, but the best part about it that I like is that you can also do raw HTML. So for the pastors that don't know anything about HTML and they want to go in there and just type it in, this is a perfect option. It's going to give you a way to go in there and put the text simply and basically. I can give you an example of text that would have been used, and it will just come over like that. You type it in and we can use it. But we have this thing down here at the bottom called a toggle editor. And so what that does is it goes in here and it changes it to the HTML view. Now this is what's best for web designers, because we can go in there and do the HTML coding that we need in a program like Dreamweaver, as you see here, set it up how we want it, then copy and paste the information into there, and now we have it listed exactly the way we want it. We go and make a couple of adjustments on this interface, like the justify, for instance, and we're done. And so what we would like to do as web designers is have the pastors come in here, fill out the information in regular text, just type it in the way you would, regular paragraphs and indentations and all of that, and we'll go through, take out that information, do it up HTML with pictures and video and everything else through this HTML editor, and then bring it back into this page, and that will be a finished sermon that we can now publish to the public. So once you fill out all that information, you're done. You hit save, and it's now saved into your list of sermons in your study manager. So once again, we'll go back real quickly. When you first log in to your component, which would be up here at the components thing, the components link, you hit Bible study and go to control panel, and this will take you to this area. But then if you hit studies and sermons, it'll bring you up to your list of studies and sermons. So that's what we did right now. We added a new sermon. And so real quickly, we'll go in here and show you how to edit it. So once you've added it, it's not done. You can go and edit it. So we're going to go back on here, and we're going to publish this now because, yes, we do want people to see this. And we are going to go through here and make a quick change, and that is that we would like to show you how to make changes real quick. So let's say we there's a misspelling here, and we'll do the YOU. And so let's say we want to apply a change, but we don't want to leave this page. What we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top and we're going to hit apply. So now that change has been saved, but we didn't leave the page. If we were to hit save, it would bring us back to our studies manager. So the biggest question I get is, what's the difference between save and apply? And so when you're in the editing and you have the two difference, apply saves the changes but leaves you on the same page. So as you can see, it says study saved, but you're still on the same page so that you can go back and make more changes. Save will save the changes, close the page, and bring you back to studies manager. So that's it. There's other videos that include how to do more things with the Bible Studies group, but this is how you add your sermons. So for a pastor, this would be all you need to add your sermons. Your webmasters will do the rest of the work. And thank you for watching.